Hey guys, I was just getting ready to go to sleep right now, but I saw some news and I figured I would sneak off to my son's room to make a quick video. There is an update to the class action lawsuit against Chime for the outage of 2019 last year. If you're not aware, well, you should be aware if you have Chime. I've been a customer of Chime for a couple years now, and I stopped using them as my primary bank last year after this happened. Last year, between the 16th and 19th of October, a couple days, 3, 4 days, Chime had a massive shutdown where over 99% of the customers had access to zero money. You could not go to your ATM, get money out. You could not, well, let me put it this way. If you were at Walmart, you had your cart full of groceries trying to pay, trying to go home so you can feed your kids. If you were at a gas station in another state trying to get gas on a road trip and you try to use your debit card, you were out of luck. For a couple of days, Chime had shut down a blackout, and instead of being upfront about it and communicating, they did not communicate. You could not reach them by you cannot honestly reach them by the phone, and yeah, it was pretty bad. And all they did was um, on the last couple of days of the blackout, they did a giveaway on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and I want to say they gave like a $20 spot me limit on the $20 I think plus on the people affected. So there was a class action lawsuit, and I was not part of this, but there were a couple people that actually took this through the process, and there's some good news. So I'm gonna put a link, actually two links on the description below, so you can open these web pages and you can look at them as I go through them, or you can just go through them later on, or right now it's up to you. But I'm on a web page called Top Class Actions, and it has a news article that came out today. Uh, Chime Digital Bank outage class action settlement. So Chime settled um, the case and they agreed to pay. So Chime Digital Bank has agreed to pay $1.5 million to resolve allegations that a 2019 service disruption cost its users financial damages. So if you suffered during those days, if you had to pay your rent, you had to pay your mortgage, you had to pay food, you had to pay a lot of anything, and you suffered because you had no access to your cash, you had no access to your money, and you can prove it, um, you can get paid. Let me continue. The settlement deal provides payments of up to $750 as compensation for resulting losses. So you can get paid up to $750 if you can prove that you suffered um, due to the blackout. So me personally, during those times, um, ever since I became a Chime customer, I like Chime. I like that I could get paid 2 days earlier. I like the app. The app is great. I like that you could shut the card down, turn off transactions, turn them back on, and they always lacked on customer service, but you could email them. It's really hard to reach them by phone. Um, you could if you kept trying over and over and over, but when this happened, you could not reach them at all. So the settlement benefits individuals who were unable to access their Chime deposit accounts between October 16, 2019 and October 19, 2019. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 4 days due to a service disruption. The settlement resolves claims from plaintiffs Ryan Richards, Ruba Ayub, Brandy Turbay, and Tracy Cummings. So those were the people that joined the class action lawsuit, and thanks to them, we can benefit. um, According to plaintiffs, their deposit accounts experienced intermittent disruptions between October 16th and October 19th of last year. So, as a result of these outages, the plaintiffs and 5 million other Chime customers, which is me and you anybody that had Chime at that moment and they had money and they did transactions and they could not access their money. So that day I had bills to pay. I actually found out about it because I went to the ATM. I was trying to pull out $500 to pay the rent, and I could not pay it. I could not pay it. So I had to fall behind on the rent because I had no cash because I put all my money on Chime. I trusted them up to that point. I trusted them, which was a mistake. So I did suffer. I couldn't, go to work. I couldn't get gas. I couldn't because I work weekends. I couldn't, and overtime, couldn't get groceries for 4 days. I mean, you couldn't even go out for anything because it was kind of my mistake. I put all my money on Chime. I didn't have another bank, but I like Chime because I could put my money and get it, 2 days earlier. So that was my mistake. As a result of these outages, the plaintiffs and 5 million other Chime customers were allegedly prevented from accessing their accounts for several days. In some situations, users were reportedly denied their only source of money. So that was me. I was denied my money because I kept all my money on Chime. So I for sure I'm going to apply for this. I'm going to fill it out and let's see what happens. There is a process. It's not instantaneous. You're not going to fill this out and get paid tomorrow. You have to fill it out before the due date. And a couple months later, you're going to get paid. So during the service disruption, plaintiffs and class members were unable to spend or withdraw the funds from their accounts needed for the basic necessities for life, such as food, clothing, shelter, medicine. So you had to go to Walmart, you couldn't pay for your food, you couldn't go to the restaurant, pay for your food. If you couldn't get your clothes washed at a laundromat, if you couldn't, pay your rent, or if you have, blood pressure medicine, you have doctor bills, you have places to go. If you couldn't go because you have Chime and you couldn't pay for it, if you can get proof to submit, you have a good case, honestly. Go on the website and look more into it, but there's different things you can provide on the webpage, and you can submit this online or by mail. So let's keep going. The plaintiffs argue that these service disruptions cause financial injuries in their form of late fees on bills and other charges. So for me, my landlord, if I don't pay the rent on time, it accrues a like $10 daily fee, which I'm late. So that was my mistake. Around 4,000 customer tweets were reported found on Twitter following the disruption. I can vouch there was more because when I found out about it, I went online and Chime has a webpage where you can go and see if the website is online or offline. I remember that day very bright in my head. That day I went on the website and it showed green, like green little circles showing that Chime was online and operational, and they were not. So I went on Facebook, and if you don't believe me, go on Facebook and search Chime, Chime Bank. Go to the webpage, and on any picture, on anything they have, just go in the comments, and you will still see people having problems accessing their money, their accounts. So, but that day was bad. As I've said before on another video, one comment that stuck out of my head was a lady. She was out of state. She was doing a road trip, trying to go somewhere else, visit some family. And she was stuck at a gas station. They had no food. They couldn't get gas. And she was stuck out of luck. I mean, I want to say I read this comment around 11 at night. And I don't know what I could do. I mean, she was stuck in another state. She had no way to get cash. She could not access her money on the ATM. She couldn't do nothing. So I hope she sees this video. And if you're watching this video, fill us out. You should have a good claim. Oh wow, they have it right here. Around 4,000. Where is it? Yeah, around 4,000 customer tweets were reportedly found on Twitter following the disruption, detailing the ways in which they were affected by the outages. One customer was reportedly forced to leave groceries at the store because they lacked access to their funds. So this happens a lot. I've seen this many times after this particular case of people being at the store and they try to swipe their card and it declines. People being at the gas station, ATM, and they can't access their cash, or if they did like me and turn off the card and activate it again, to prevent unauthorized charges. If they did that, they were out of luck. Um, because sometimes the Chime app fails, you cannot log in, and you're not able to turn it on back off. So that happened. People were at Walmart, Publix, trying to get groceries, and they couldn't get groceries. They couldn't buy food for their kids at home. So Chime has denied any wrongdoing, but they are being cool and they are willing to pay $1,500,000 to us if you meet the requirements. So there's two tiers. If there's two steps, let me put it like this. Not well, it says tiers, but it's kind of like steps. Like if you qualify for step one, you get this amount. If you qualify for step two, you can get a higher amount. So step one is they will provide $25 for class members who suffered a loss as a result of the disruption but do not have proof of their losses. So if you go in here and say that you suffered um, due to the shutdown, the blackout, um, but you don't have proof, but you certify that you suffered but have insufficient proof, you will get $25. $25. Tier 2 or step 2 provides higher payments of up to $750 for customers who can provide documentation for the losses. So if you can get a written letter from your landlord that you did not pay rent on that time and you had more like late fees and stuff. If you couldn't pay bills, if you could not pay gas, if you can provide proof, and they have some examples of documents. I'll get to them. Um, yep. In order to benefit from the Chime Digital Bank settlement, class members must file a ballot form by February 15th, 2021. So by February 15th, 2021, if you're watching this before that day, go on the link below on the description. I'm going to post it. And go on this page and apply for it if you qualify. Don't lie because that's lying and you can get in trouble. Okay, so when you apply, you have to submit your documents. You can submit pictures. You can upload them to the website. You can do pictures. You can do papers by mail. The deadline for exclusion and objection is February 1st, 2021. So you have until February 1st to say, don't include me in this class action lawsuit. That means that you're not going to get paid right now, but you have the option to sue them to get paid differently. I'm not doing that. Who's eligible? Individuals who were unable to access their Chime deposit accounts between October 16, 2019 and October 19, 2019 due to a service disruption. So if you had a Chime account during this time period and you had, direct deposit, you had money in the account, you qualify. The potential award is up to $750 based on provided documentation. So you have to provide the documents, you have to provide the proof, and if you provide enough proof, you can get up to $750. Minimum $25. So just for applying it, you're gonna get $25. Just don't lie. I mean, if you suffered, if you had a Chime account during that time, do it. $25. You can provide proof of purchase, documentation of losses, receipts, voided checks, bank statements, detailed narrative descriptions. So if you can provide these items, etc., it says etc., you can provide other documents. um, affidavits, people vouching. I mean, signed official documents. Um, you will probably get approved. And there's a claim form. It's gonna be in the link below. Again, it's almost midnight. I'm trying to go to sleep. But I'm gonna go ahead and upload this video. So this is the Chime class action settlement. So yeah, to recap, Chime, they had a shutdown, a blackout, last year, 2019, between December 16 to December. No, that's December. Jesus Christ, I gotta go to sleep. Uh, Between October 16th and October 19th, 2019, they had a blackout where you could not log into the app. You could not go into the app to activate or deactivate your card. You could not take money out of the ATM. You could not use your card for any reason. If you were at the store, if you were at the restaurant, you could not pay. So a lot of people suffered. A lot of people complained, but Chime did nothing. You could not reach them by the phone. You cannot reach them by email. They say they will email you back, but it takes a couple days. When you need help, you need help now. By phone, if you want to reach them by the phone right now, call the Chime. Just Google Chime phone number. Call that number. And after the prompts, press 9. Wait for the voice to speak. And press 9 again. It'll start ringing. You're probably going to be on hold for like half an hour. I know when I've called them, I've been on hold for at least half an hour, probably more. But that's the easiest way that I know you can reach them. The other way is email in the chat on the app, but that takes days. So again, there was a settlement of $1.5 million. You can get your part. If you don't want all of it, hey, send it to me. I'll take it. There's the claim form. I'll have it on the link below. I'm also going to have this webpage where I'm reading all of this. And I have some deadlines. So you have to turn in the form by the February 15th, 2021. And on, what's for? January, February, March, April. Okay, so on April 1st, there's going to be a final hearing where they're going to approve the settlement and they're going to start sending the money out. So, yeah, honestly, do it. I mean, if you have Chime and you suffered like I did, I'm not going to do it right now. It's almost midnight. I have to get up to go to work at 5 in the morning. But you can bet when I get home, I'm doing this. I just got to get all my proof. So I'm going to tell you guys what I'm going to do. You can go back on your Chime bank statements. I'm going to go back to that day, that time period, to show that I had money in the account. Because I know that I was trying to get money out to pay the rent, and I was late for a couple days. I was also unable to get food. I was unable to do a lot of stuff. And that was because I trusted Chime. I had all my money on Chime. I did not have another bank account. I do now. I really don't use Chime a lot. I still have an open account for the credit card, which I want to do a review in a couple days. And yeah, it's an app that it's a banking app. It's good, but it had its problems. They're trying to fix them, but we did suffer, and they're offering to pay this money, so why not? So yeah, again, check on the description below for 2 links. One of them is this page, and one of them is the form you have to fill out. Yeah, that's it. So after April 1st, they're going to approve it. They're going to start sending the money out, and you should be getting the money soon. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.